As y'all see, guys, me and Jaron, we're over here watching the prejudging, and we're gonna give you our opinion on who we think is gonna be top 5. Y'all stay tuned. What's good, YouTube? You know who it is, Chris Jones, and right now we're about to go ahead and give y'all our take on. First off, this is a prediction, okay? So, you know, you're gonna see this video obviously before the Saturday night show. I'm gonna give you who I think is gonna come in top 5, and Jaron is gonna give you his opinion of who's gonna come in top 5. So, first of all, before we start, tell them where they can follow you at, man.
Jaron Fit on Instagram.
And you can follow me at Beastmode Jones on Instagram. As you notice, we rocking those Pump Chaser tees. He got on the black and gold. I got on the new teal, blue, and green. Be sure to go to pumpchasers.com and check that shit out. So, guys, we got been watching the prejudging from the Las Vegas Olympia show. And we're going to give you our top 5. And we're going to tell you why. Now, before we begin, keep in mind, guys, for those of you that may not know this, Cedric McMillan, you know, for some reason he's not doing the show as well. Supposedly due to health reasons, you know, last minute he had to drop out of the show. I'm not here to speculate, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it may have something to do with dehydration, because he looked fine at the conference. Maybe, you know, keep in mind, guys, in this level of sport, there's a lot of drugs involved. There's a lot of things involved. I'm gonna guess and say maybe he took some diuretics and maybe dried them out too much and had him feeling like shit. It can happen. But we don't know why. You know, all we know is he prepped for the show. He came to Vegas, and at the last minute, he had to drop out. So it had to have been something crazy to drop out at the last fucking minute. So let's go ahead and give you our top 5. Who you got for number 1?
Right now, from what I've seen on the prejudging, I mean, it's hard to go against Phil Heath.
Yeah. But
if he was to lose, man, I mean, Dennis Wolf and Sean Roden, and hell, Dexter Jackson, man, those guys look really good. So I think if, you know, if anybody was to beat him, I could see, I don't know about Dexter. I think that'd be pretty tough for Dexter to beat Phil. Yeah. But Dennis and Sean, I mean, they really, I mean...
Man, when I saw Dennis Wolf come out, I was like, Sean Roden is in trouble. Maybe even Phil Heath is in trouble. Then Sean came out looking good, too. Now, to be honest with you guys, you know, they say Sean Roden is Mr. Aesthetics and all this shit, but y'all gotta look very closely. I'm noticing his lower abs bulge out a lot. Not saying he got a roid gut or nothing like that, but I'm noticing he's starting to get a little protruding in the lower stomach. He need to work on his vacuums or whatever the fuck and keep that tight, because Dennis Wolf's stomach was tight.
Yeah, I think people forget too that I think Sean Roden's a little older.
Yeah, he was older. People think he's young. I think he's about 40, early 40s.
Yeah,
early 40s. Yeah. I didn't know that either. You know, so keep that in mind too, guys. You know, the older you get, it's hard to keep that stomach tight.
No matter what you're doing.
So if I'm gonna give somebody number 1, I thought Phil was in trouble till he came out last. Phil, I'm gonna have to give him number 1. I was really hoping. First and foremost, guys, a lot of people said, "Oh, without Kai Green, the show's gonna be boring." Bullshit. The show was still good without him. No disrespect to Kai Green, of course. But that show was good without him. There was some incredible competition today. I thought Phil was honestly in fucking trouble. But yeah, number 1, I gotta give it to Phil Heath, guys. Got to.
Yeah, so the number 2, I mean, it's real tough between Sean and Dennis.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna be honest, out of them 2, man.
I'm honest. Honestly,
hard to pick, right?
Yeah, I mean, if Dennis got second, I couldn't, or I wouldn't be like, oh no. And if Sean got second, you know, I wouldn't. I think those 2 guys are really interchangeable. Really, I do.
It's gonna come down to the comparisons. When they do those comparisons, they have them side by side. We didn't watch that, by the way, but when they do the comparisons side by side, you might get a better understanding of who might deserve to win. But based off what I saw, if I was judging this show based off what I saw, I would have to give second place to Dennis Wolf for the simple fact that Dennis Wolf and Sean Roden were both crazy conditioned, but Dennis's stomach was much tighter. You know, Dennis's stomach stayed tight the whole time. There was moments where Sean Roden's lower abs would fall out and then he'll tighten it back up. You know, I'm gonna have to get out with Dennis Wolf just for that simple fact alone. So I got first place Phil Heath, second place Dennis Wolf. So who you got for number 3? You said it'll have to be a toss up between.
Yeah, so it's between Sean and Dennis. I think I'm gonna go with. I think I probably will go with Dennis as second, man. I mean, when he walked out, you know what I mean. It was like, oh,
when he did the bicep pose, he had veins going from his armpits all the way to his wrist. I mean, he was crazy conditioned. He wasn't holding no water. You know what? Speaking of holding water, Big Ramy really let me down. You know, he was talking about he was 313 and shit. I already knew right then when they said he was 313 at the weigh-ins that he wasn't going to be conditioned. Think about this, guys. Big Ramy's only 5'9". Okay? He may look tall in his pictures. I thought he was like 6'3".
I know exactly.
He's 5'9". Okay, to keep in mind, guys, Ronnie Coleman, as big as he was, the heaviest he showed up was 296, I believe. The heaviest Ronnie Coleman was 296 shredded. How the fuck is Ramy gonna be 313 shredded? So I already knew that was bullshit. And he came out just the way I thought he would come out. He was holding water. Of course, he was big and massive. Yeah. Instead of trying to play the size game, he already got the size. Yeah. Come in fucking shredded and stop playing games. I think he's getting coached by George Farah. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but come on, like, why is this guy, what are you getting paid for? Don't bring your clients in shredded and dry. That's what the fuck you get paid for. Yeah. You feel me? Like when Honey Rambach, one of my, you know, guys I look up to in coaching, he brings Phil in dry.
Gotta be in condition.
When Honey was coaching Jay Cutler, Jay was coming in shredded. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
you can come in a little flat, but you can't come in holding water.
Why you letting your clients come in holding water? It don't make no fucking, like, when you pay a coach, especially a coach like myself.
Not at that level.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have any Olympia clients. My clients do NPC and natural shows, and I'll be the first one to tell them, hey, you ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? You're not fucking ready. If you want to show up, go ahead. I don't give a damn, but I'm letting you know you're not ready. I think we should do another show. I will tell a client that in no time. I would never have a motherfucker showing up as much potential as he has, coming up not shredded and dry.
Maybe he can come at 275 or something. Yeah. He'll still be the biggest guy on there.
Maybe at the New York Pro you can do that shit, or some overseas shows, but the Olympia, you gotta come in right.
Absolutely.
But yeah, second place I got Dennis Wolf. Third place I'm gonna probably get up to Dexter Jackson for the simple fact he came in flawless. You know, Sean Roden of course came in great, but he didn't come in flawless. Dexter came in flawless, and honestly, I think if Dexter was bigger, he would have been number 1. Unfortunately, you can't out muscle Phil. You know, Dexter's like 45 years old, 46 years old. He's not gonna get any bigger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to settle for that third place. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I don't think he can beat Dennis Wolf because Dennis Wolf is so tall and big, and standing next to somebody like Dennis Wolf, even with those aesthetics, he's just going to outshow you because he's so tall, he's standing over you, he's just as conditioned, you know what I'm saying? His waist is small, quads are sweeping. I don't see Dexter beating Dennis. So I'm going to give first to Phil, second to Dennis, third to Dexter.
Yeah, I probably would, I would give Dexter maybe the 4th. I mean, Dexter's one of those guys, man. Dexter can fall, honestly, anywhere between 4 and 2, or 2 and 5. He's one of those guys. I mean, because Dexter, I mean, I think what happens with Dexter, people get so used to seeing him come in so tight. Yeah. Like it's, oh, well, Dexter's tight again. Yeah. Well, that's actually it's fucking difficult to come in condition every year. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think Dexter kind of gets overlooked for that because we're so used to him just being in condition. But he can go anywhere from 2nd to 4th, I think. And I think, you know, I think a 4th would be good for him. Especially at this age. He's got to be 46.
Yeah, he's up there. Damn. Tony Freeman had to go ahead and call it quits. You know, Father Time was creeping up on him. So, yeah. 5th place, man. Who gonna give 5th place to?
5th place goes to my dark horse. I gotta say, Bonac, man.
Yeah, he looked great.
That guy, man.
From the Netherlands. Bonac from the Netherlands. Damn. People sleeping on him, man.
Yeah, man. I think it's, hey, man, it's too much hatred going up for the short guys. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like, why can't a short guy win? It's about the quality. But I like Bonac, man. Nice and thick, man. His conditioning was just superb. So, you know, I could see him sneaking into that top 5, definitely.
Man, I will have to give 5th. It's either going to be out of Sean Roden and Bonac. Obviously, I don't think Bonac is going to beat Sean Roden.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and recap, guys. I have number 1, Phil Heath. Number 2, I'm going to get to the big bad wolf. He came in amazing. Number 3, he came in flawless. That was Dexter Jackson. But he's not big enough to be number 1 and number 2. 4, we get it Sean Roden. And 5th, give it to Bonac. I don't really see anybody else that was really on Bonac's level. If he doesn't get 5th or 6th, it's probably going to be due to politics, honestly. And that's a sad part of the sport. Unfortunately, sometimes the best physiques don't always get the best place, and it really fucking sucks. Yeah. So what about you, brother?
So my top 5, man, I got Phil winning it. I do think Phil's going to get pushed, though. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if somebody took him. I think I'm going to go with Dennis as 2nd, man. I mean, because when Dennis walked out, maybe if Sean would have came out first, I don't know. But man, when Dennis walked out, oh, shoot, you know. So I'm going to go with him for 2nd, man. And I think, man, honestly, I can see Dexter still in that 3. I can see Dexter still in that 3 spot. Maybe Sean slipping down to 4. And then Bonac in that 5th spot. Like I said, people know I've been pushing Bonac for a long, long time.
He definitely came in great.
Yeah, I like his conditioning, size, symmetry, all of that.
He had a Dorian Yates type of physique. He's like a black Dorian Yates. People are sleeping on this guy, probably because of his height.
And I think he's from the Netherlands.
And he's from the Netherlands.
So
yeah, but he definitely got potential. I would definitely look forward. You know, like I said, you got to see the comparisons. When they get the comparisons, is a different story.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I'm gonna give Rick Ramy probably 8, 7, or 8. You know what I'm saying?
I personally never was I'm not a fan.
Yeah. He need to come in shredded, start playing these games, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of muscle. You got all the muscle you need, brother.
Come in tight,
just bring it in, shredded and dry. Stop fucking around, man. What the fuck?
You're a pro, man. You got, you know.
This is Olympia. This ain't fucking New York Pro or some national level show or not some regional shit. This is the show.
You can't no flaws. You can't mess around.
Well, anyway, guys, what do y'all think? Comment below. And for those of you that haven't seen the prejudging footage, at the very bottom of the description, I'm going to put you a link to where you can see the video. Make sure you skip through the bikini girls and all the other shit, because the bodybuilders are pretty much towards the end.
You said skip through the bikini girls.
Well, yeah. If you want to see the bikini girls, go right ahead. But, you know, if you want to see the clip, the people we're talking about, you may want to skip a little forward. And that's about it. You know, bikini girls, no disrespect to you bikini girls, but most of them show so much on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to see. You know what I'm saying? Most of them can't keep the clothes on Instagram. You know, no disrespect. You know, y'all know who you are.
Artistic. Taste.
Man, they be naked on Instagram, bent over. Some of them be in the kitchen like they cooking food. Oh, I'm cooking fish, and the camera's on the ass. I'm not complaining, by the way. You know, but still, you know, there's no need for me to watch the Olympia. I see enough of them on Instagram. Anyway, guys, don't forget to like my shit, comment, subscribe. So the San Francisco hat in. Buy 30 of them bitches. And holla back at your boy.